Look, my protocol for familial FMT, in all honesty, should have never gone through the FDA. It should have been Dr. Hazen wants to use the stools of Dr. Hazen has analyzed enough stools of kids with autism that she has a good idea of what microbes to give these kids with autism, what microbes should be present in the stools of the donors, that she chooses a certain donor and she saw an N of 1. Now she wants to see an N of 30. It should be a slam dunk. It's not a pharmaceutical product. It should be informed consent to the parent, informed consent to the kid, if the kid is able to communicate or the parents take on that job, and basically it should be done right to the with a strong informed consent and lawyers watching, right? Because that's what we are. We live in America where lawyers are watching. So if there's a problem, guess what? They're coming after me. So yes, the FDA got involved. Okay. Yes, they finally approved it, but it took 6 years, or 5.5 5 years. I've stopped counting. And it took hundreds of thousands of dollars that we had to raise, that we had to figure out ways to bring the money to bring this trial. And by the way, we still because it is a clinical trial, because everybody's calling me to treat their kid for familial FMT. They have donors. But unfortunately, because now it is a clinical trial, we need funding now. So it was one thing to keep the trial, to make it alive. It is another thing that we need funding right now to get this trial going. And here's where the funding goes: a CRO, clinical research organization, that overlooks the trial. Regulatory person that reminds me that we need to file a report every year, because I got dinged by the FDA when I did my ivermectin doxycycline trial, because I was wearing all the hats. I was the regulatory girl. I was the doctor. I was the monitor. I was the coordinator. I did it all. I became and I was the sponsor. I was sponsoring that trial. So what happened was I forgot to submit a form to the IRB on time and to the FDA on time. I got dinged by the FDA. I don't want to be dinged again. So that means we need a structure. We need a CRO. We need a monitor. We need a coordinator. We need a regulatory person. We need doctors that are not Sabine Hazan, doctors that are basically overlooking these kids. So these doctors can say, yes, Dr. Hazan is right. These kids are verbalizing, right? So all that takes money. Pediatric neurologists are not cheap. Pediatric gastroenterologists are not cheap. So literally, we have till December to raise funds on autism and these kids to we have the 30 kids, and we have more than 30 kids.